Stunners, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another practice with me from my cozy home to yours. I am feeling inspired to give us that get up and go today, all right? Welcome to Upregulation Station. I know this is what I'm going to call this practice, all right? So it's a nervous system regulating practice, but often when we think about nervous system regulation, we think of the down regulating, we think of the surrendering, the sinking to the earth, the more restorative practices where we allow ourselves that real time for rest and recalibration. And yes, that is absolutely beautiful. And we all absolutely need moments of that. But we often forget about the up regulating because sometimes we need that little bit of drive, that little bit of motivation to get us going, to leave us feeling inspired, to leave us feeling energized, to leave us just feeling ready for whatever the day has ahead. And that's what I want to offer in this practice today. So Upregulation Station is where we are fully docked and loaded, okay? So it's going to be a slightly different practice where I'm going to get you to move in weird and wonderful ways. So do make sure you've got plenty of space around you. We're going to be swinging those arms. We might even be bopping around a little bit. Who knows? Okay. Maybe have some other props around you. Maybe have some blocks. Okay. I'm just going to see how it naturally unfolds. But yeah. Make sure you've got plenty of space too. And then the way in which I'd love for us to start is to start standing, okay? So we're gonna have a few moments just kind of planting the feet down towards the earth, finding your natural stance for you. So sometimes we talk about anatomical neutral. Yes, that's lovely, but for now, just find your natural stance. Maybe the feet slightly turn out, cool. All right, so maybe there's a slight soft bend to the knees, cool. Maybe your shoulders are rolling forwards, okay, all right. Maybe the head is slightly bowed forwards, the chin is slightly tucked forwards. And then notice how you naturally stand and then just see if we can allow a little bit more space, a little bit more openness. So maybe take a nice big shrug of those shoulders up, back and down. A slight lift of that heart space and a slight lift of the chin up to the sky. Okay. And perhaps you do exactly that. You just go ahead and take another real deep drink of breath in. Big breath out. And just say to yourself, okay, we've arrived into this space. We've arrived into this moment. We've arrived into this brand new day, perhaps. And we're just going to see what the day has to offer. Maybe you've got a busy day out ahead of you. Maybe we're not sure how the day will unfold. Maybe we're approaching a few decisions here and there. So whatever the case, making this practice, as always, exactly what you need it to be. Whether it's that needed spark of motivation, inspiration, or again, that just little bit of get up and go. Let this practice be exactly what you need it to be. And I just would really love for us to take some real big breaths in, all right? And take a big inhale. Maybe let the face move around a little bit. So feel as you can kind of sniff it in through the nose. And then big breath out through the mouth. Okay, so letting the face become involved in your breath or involved in your breath, all right? So maybe the eyebrows wriggle, you kind of scrunch the face a little bit, scrunch to the nose, almost like a little bunny rabbit, okay? Maybe the jaw moves around a little bit, and again, just have that big sniff in. And then let the face drop as you sigh it out. Okay, so it's almost like on the inhale, you're inviting in a little bit of tension almost. You're inviting in that engagement through the face. And on the exhale, just letting it go. Let's take that a couple more times. So again, big breath in. Big breath out. Nice. Let's also, as we add in that tension, let's also clench the fist a little bit. Let's engage through the body. Let's tense through the glutes, the core center, the back body. Let's squeeze through the legs. And again, big sniff in. Exhale, let it all drop. Beautiful. And on that drop, it's almost like you're carrying these big, heavy suitcases and you're just dropping them down to the ground, okay? Let's again play with that a couple more times. So big sniff in, invite in that tension. Big breath out, let it all go. Notice the difference, notice how good it feels. Twice more, big breath in. Big breath out. Let it all go. You've got one more time, big breath in. And that big breath out. Nice, really well done. And that breath there is just further inviting us into this moment, right? Perhaps already just feeling a little bit more connected through the body, through the breath, through the mind, body, spirit, soul, and of course, just letting it all build from here. So of course, as we're standing, we'll spend a few moments just really connecting down to the feet. Just give those toes a little bit of a wriggle. Feel as though you can massage the feet down in towards the earth, pressing down through all four corners of the feet. As you notice your natural stance here, maybe you can notice where the weight is naturally placed throughout the feet. Maybe you feel it's more towards the toes, towards the heels of the feet, inner arches, outer edges. Okay, so just feel into it. And then see if you can root down through all points of contact for the feet here. Okay, so maybe there is a moment where you shift the weight forwards towards the toes. Maybe there is a moment where you shift the weight back into the heels, the feet, inner arches, outside edges, and maybe it almost becomes like a circular motion round and around through those feet. And of course, we don't need to overcomplicate this or overanalyze this, but really just take a moment to feel nice and rooted down to the earth. And notice, of course, the surface you are practicing on. Maybe you're on your soft mat, maybe you're on carpet. So again, feel the earth kind of give way to you. Maybe you're on a soft bed of grass, beautiful. Maybe you're on hardwood floor, and of course, just feel the coolness of the floor maybe. And soak up that stability through the soles of the feet. And of course, we're going to welcome it up through the rest of the body here. Nice. And if you are taking that circular motion, feel free to just go around the other way a couple times. Again, let the toes come alive, let the feet come alive, and the knees are nice and soft the entire time here. Beautiful. And then we're just going to let that build. You're going to pop up into the ball of one foot. Nice. And then the other. Okay, so it's this like pedal motion out to the feet here. Beautiful. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly, I actually am today, feel free to open the eyes and find your drishti, that point, that steady focal point where you can send your gaze. All right. And it's just going to help you to feel a little bit more grounded again here. All right. But again, pedaling out through the feet. Nice. Now I really want us to start using the entirety of the foot here. Okay, so you might have a moment where you kind of shift the weight towards one side, come really high up onto the ball of the other foot, then even all the way up onto the tips of the toes, curl the toes under so you're pressing the knuckles down and towards the earth, and then have a little sway of the heels side to side. If I demonstrate this forwards on. Okay, so I'm curling my toes under, I'm pressing the front of my ankle forwards, my knuckles down into the ground, and I'm getting a real nice stretch across the front of the ankle. Beautiful. And then we're just going to change that over. We're going to repeat on the other side. So again, you're going to come high onto the ball of the other foot, all the way up onto the tips of the toes, and then again, curl the toes under, press the knuckles down, the front of the ankle forwards, and then a little wave of the ankle side to side. Beautiful. Really seeing if we can access the full range of motion through the feet and using the feet for the full potential, okay? We tend to keep our feet kind of encased in shoes or in slippers. So again, just letting the feet move. Beautiful. Okay. And then from here, plant the feet down towards the ground. And again, arms are nice and heavy down by our sides. Knees are going to be super soft here. What's going to happen is going to be a little kind of drop of the heels down to the earth. So it's a little lift onto the balls of the feet and then drop the heels down. So you're creating a little bit of a bounce through the body. All right. And we're using this to kind of shake things up a little bit. There's something quite primal about this as well. It almost feels like this steady beat, this steady pulse. Maybe it almost matches that of your heart even. Nice. And of course, you're going to let the breath go. All right. So have a big inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. And with that, you can kind of feel the breath bounce as well here. Beautiful. Nice. Go ahead again, big breath in. Beautiful, nice. Perhaps your arms are naturally swinging, mine are, go for it, beautiful. And then just gradually bring that to a close. Final drop of the heels down. Nice. Okay. And then from here, you're going to take a real nice big sweep of the arms wide. Now see how it feels to root down to the feet. And now rise up taller and taller to the sky. Let's go ahead and reach out through one arm, then the other. Nice. The space you can take up here is limitless, all right? So no need to keep yourselves contained. Keep yourself small. Feel as though you can grow more and more, taller and taller. Beautiful. Go for another big breath in. And a big breath out. Nice. Shoot all 10 fingertips up to the sky. And then as you exhale, you're going to circle the arms back and down. Beautiful. Okay, really well done. From here, palms to hands slowly connect in front of the heart space. You're going to interlace the fingertips. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to press the palms of the hands forwards and up to the sky. Again, grow even taller here. Nice. One more big breath in. And in fact, let's wriggle into this a little bit more, shall we? Okay, so I have a bit of a sway from side to side, so we're actually going to take a couple breaths here, I've decided. All right, so you can circle the palms of the hands through space. You can get into the body as much as you wish to. Again, your body is made to move. We're letting everything come alive here. Nice. You got one more breath. One more exhale. Nice, and then from here, release the hands and maybe just let the arms drop. Nice, really well done. So again, chucking down those heavy suitcases, we do not need them anymore. Okay, now this next moment, again, you're gonna really wanna make sure you've got space around you. Okay, what's happening with the arms is you're gonna circle the arms forwards and up, one full circle, and then a big sweep up to the sky. Then you reverse it, they go forwards and down, one full circle, and then you throw it down to the ground. All right, let's go over that again. Forwards and up, one full circle, up to the sky, forwards and down, one full circle, down to the ground, all right? We're gonna repeat that a couple times, but I really am gonna encourage you to go with it. Use that momentum. Heart rate is gonna elevate slightly, breath rate is gonna elevate slightly, and it's gonna really shake things up, all right? So we're gonna go forwards and up first of all. So an arm circle back, and then sweep the arms up. Nice, look up to the sky. Sweep the arm forwards and down, one full circle, throw it down to the ground, fold at the hips, nice. Forwards and up, big circle, up to the sky, forwards and down, full circle, down to the ground. Beautiful, that is your pattern, and find your own rhythm with it, okay? Beautiful, we're throwing the arms up and you're throwing the arms down. I love to incorporate a bit of a bend through the knees with this as well. Beautiful, so you've got a bit of a bounce, and we're picking our energy up, nice. And just enjoy the moment where you can throw it up to the sky, enjoy the moment you can throw it down to the ground. Beautiful. What is it that you want to send out into the world? What is it you want to release down to the earth? Nice, really well done. And of course, making sure we keep on breathing. Beautiful. Maybe it's in the inhale on the throat up, and exhale on the throat down. Nice, that feels good. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Really well done, keep it going. Keep it going. Exhale. Let's go one more. Up to the sky, one more. Down to the ground, inhale all the way up, big reach, grow tall. Exhale, let the arms drop. Nice. And again, notice the difference. Notice that elevation in heart rate, in breath rate. We might even be feeling a little bit tired. You might be thinking, holy moly, what was that? Okay. But again, it's that pick up in energy, welcoming in that freshness, that newness. Well done. You're gonna have a big breath in. Big breath out. From here, as we inhale, take a nice big sweep of the arms, widen up, so slowing it down just a touch.